Okay, this is video number 2 for the logo project. At this point, you should have sketched out at least 2 different versions of what you would like to do for your final project. I've got here, I did like a little paintbrush. Here I've got a T for Thas, my last name. So I decided the one that I'm going to go with is I'm going to go with this T. Now, you can't use this piece of paper. This piece of paper is super flimsy. It's just meant for scrap paper. It's not going to be good when we start tracing our image over and over and over. So, what I've got is I'm going to decide to take this one, and now I'm going to make it look nicer and maybe even enlarge it a little bit on the tag board. Now, let me stop you right there. If you have not had these okayed by me yet, you need to do that right now. You need to stop what you're doing at the end of this video, come up and have me look at both of these, and I'm going to tell you which one is going to work better. Because sometimes people come up with logos that are just completely not going to work as a stencil. So now we're going to take our stencil. So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to take this T here, and I am going to redraw it looking a lot nicer. The only things you're going to really need for this is you're going to need the tag board, which is a thicker. You're maybe going to need a ruler if you have any straight edges, and you're obviously going to need a pencil. So I'm going to come in here, and I am going to enlarge this a little bit. So I'm going to take this. And what I really want to do, because later on I'm going to have to figure out where the middle is, so I'm just going to measure this line here, make it an even 6 inches. So it's easy for me to find the center. So take this now. Find where the center is here. There's 3. So I'll make mine an inch wide, so I'll go to 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here. There we go. Okay, so now I know where the center is. I'm going to come straight down. So it doesn't look exactly like the final one that I did, but you can see that it looks a lot nicer than what that looked like. Okay, so what you should have now is something that has some straight edges to it. It's equal on both sides if it needs to be. Obviously, something that would have been a little bit more organic like this doesn't have to be as perfect, but this one I'm going to want it to look nice and perfect for when I do that final stencil. Notice also I didn't use the entire page. If you make this too big, this project is not going to work very well for you. So this is where you're at. This is where you should be by the end of this period. Okay. Again, have this okayed for me first. I will give you a piece of tag board. Once you get a piece of tag board, you're going to go ahead and draw it out there, and then you're going to be looking at video 3 next to figure out what to do next.